Did you know that people who embrace vulnerability are more likely to experience higher levels of trust and connection in their relationships? It's a fascinating aspect of human interaction that often goes unnoticed. It's true, vulnerability, often perceived as a weakness, is actually a key ingredient for building strong, authentic connections. When we let our guard down, we invite others to do the same, creating a space of mutual trust. It's about showing up as our true selves, imperfections and all. This authenticity is what makes relationships rich and fulfilling. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to deeper, more meaningful relationships. These connections are built on a foundation of honesty and openness. Think about it. When someone shares their true feelings or experiences with us, we feel honored to be entrusted with their story. This sharing creates a bond that is hard to break. This act of vulnerability creates a sense of closeness and intimacy. It allows us to see each other in a more genuine light. It allows us to connect on a deeper level, fostering empathy and understanding. We begin to appreciate the shared human experience. In a world that often feels isolating, vulnerability can be a bridge that brings people together. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and joys. Vulnerability is not just beneficial for personal relationships, it's also a superpower in our professional lives. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to deeper connections and understanding. When we show vulnerability at work, we create a culture of trust and transparency. This culture fosters an environment where everyone feels valued and heard. This allows for more open communication, collaboration, and innovation. Teams that communicate openly are more likely to come up with creative solutions to problems. Leaders who embrace vulnerability are often seen as more relatable and trustworthy, which can lead to stronger team cohesion and loyalty, inspiring their teams to perform at their best. When team members feel supported, they are more likely to go above and beyond in their roles. Imagine a workplace where people feel comfortable sharing their ideas and concerns without fear of judgment. Such an environment encourages innovation and growth. This is the power of vulnerability in action. It creates a supportive atmosphere where everyone can thrive. When we feel safe to be ourselves, we're more likely to take risks, be creative, and contribute our unique talents. This leads to a more dynamic and successful team. Vulnerability is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic and allowing ourselves to grow alongside our colleagues. Embracing this mindset can transform the workplace into a hub of innovation and mutual support. One of the biggest misconceptions about vulnerability is that it equals weakness. Many people believe that showing their true emotions or admitting their fears makes them appear fragile or incapable. This couldn't be further from the truth. Vulnerability takes courage. It requires a deep inner strength to be open and honest about our feelings and experiences. It takes strength to show up as our true selves, especially when we're afraid of being judged or rejected. Being vulnerable means we are willing to take risks and face the possibility of failure. It's about being comfortable with uncertainty and embracing the unknown. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open up to new experiences and opportunities for growth. When we buy into the myth that vulnerability is a weakness, we limit ourselves and our potential for connection. We miss out on the deep, meaningful relationships that come from being truly open with others. We build walls around our hearts, fearing that if we let people in, they might hurt us. These walls may protect us from pain, but they also keep out love and joy. But in reality, it's these walls that prevent us from experiencing true intimacy and joy. By embracing vulnerability, we allow ourselves to connect deeply with others and live more fulfilling lives. Embracing vulnerability is a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It allows us to live more authentically, connect with others on a deeper level, and build resilience in the face of life's challenges. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of endless possibilities. Remember, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of inner strength. It's a superpower that can transform our lives and relationships for the better. So, let's challenge ourselves to embrace vulnerability, to show up as our true selves and to connect with others in a more meaningful way.